take that as opposed to it getting blocked. And so the timing was way off on that when he got blocked. It was 4+ seconds to get it off, and that just can't happen. And so ever since then, I think they've cleaned that up some. I don't think there was any issues last game. So hopefully moving forward, special teams will be a lot better.
And you hope you clean things up game to game. Kevin, I heard you on the broadcast game one talking about Keaton Mitchell maybe being a little hesitant with the kick returns. Have you seen any difference from game one to game two? And look, I still think he's going to break one eventually. I still think this could work out. But how about Keaton Mitchell, kick returns? What have you seen from that so far?
Yeah, so what I said on the air clip, and it's a great point you bringing it up, is that when you play running back, there's a terminology called slow to fast through. And essentially what that means is slow to the line of scrimmage, where you're assessing things, where you're letting blocks develop, and then once you see the hole, you go fast through it. So you kind of hesitate, kind of pick your spots, and then go. That's great for a running back. That's not great at a kickoff return. At kickoff return, you got to get the ball, find a lane, and go immediately. I don't care if you run into the back of somebody. I don't care if you run into a blocker. I don't care if you run into a defender. You got to go and get what you can get. You don't have time to sit back there and set things up. It just doesn't work like that in kickoff return because you got guys shooting bullets down at you 100 miles an hour, and they're coming to hit you. And if you're just sitting back there waiting your time, you'll never get to the 25, 30-yard line. So that first game, he was just kind of sitting back there waiting for things to open up. I don't think it's a fear thing. I don't think he's scared of getting hit. Obviously not that. I just think he's trying to find something, and so he couldn't. And the second game, I thought he did a lot better. He only had a couple of returns, but I thought he did much better just kind of getting in and going. I think Malik Fleming would be another good option back there based on what I've seen from punt return. So we'll see. But, yeah, game one to game two was a much better improvement by Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. Kevin Monroe joining us. You talk about that. What was the phrase you used for the running backs, Kevin? What was that again?
Slow to, fast through.
We were talking about that, and some like Le'Veon Bell would almost kind of just stand straight up behind the line almost, and then boom, shoot through. I remember Clinton Portis used to do that. Some of the great running backs to set it up, but good point that it's different than kick return. And hey, I like to hear you say that you saw some changes there week one to week two. That's what you want to see. So
yeah, and I mean, it's weird, but you're exactly right. Le'Veon's great at it. Clinton Portis is good at it. Ezekiel Elliott's good at it. I like to see guys that just kind of find their way through, and that's what Keaton does at running back, and that's why he's so good at it. It just doesn't work at kickoff return.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Let's talk about the offense. Kevin got the ground game going a little bit and some big chunks, obviously, with Keaton Mitchell and Marlon Gunn at the end of the game coming in. But got a run game established, too, with Rajay there in the second half, and maybe allowed Holton Ahlers to be more comfortable at quarterback. I was impressed week one, Kevin, with the way they couldn't run the ball. They were still able to have a good day throwing the football, which usually if you see one get shut down, it's easy to shut down both. But how about the offense through two games, Kevin? What has stood out to you positively and any negatives you've seen?
Yeah, I've been impressed. As you said, there was literally zero running game against NC State, and they were still able to get yards, still able to get points. And that's kudos to Holton Ahlers. They've given him the reins out there, so whenever he goes to the line of scrimmage, it's his job to assess the defense, and he's got about 3 different plays that he can run, and he'll check into the correct play. And so if he sees 7 or more in the box, he's checking out a run and going to pass. And that's what we saw all game long with NC State. They were crowding the box, trying to make Holton, those young receivers, not necessarily young, but new receivers, beat them. And so they found a way to make that happen. They found a way to get the pass game going. And then really through 2 quarters of the Old Dominion game, it was very similar. I think Coach Kirkpatrick and the offensive line and running backs coaches were a little bit worried, a little bit concerned about how good Old Dominion's defensive line played in that first half. I don't think they expected them to play as well. They knew they were good, but they didn't think they were going to be like NC State, and they shut that run down that first half. And so kudos to them for going in at halftime, making the right adjustments, coming back out, and the run game looked completely different in the second half of that ODU game. As you mentioned, the 81-yarder by Keaton Mitchell, but also Rajay found some lanes. Obviously, Marlon did at the end of the game, but the run game looked completely different, and hopefully that will be the big difference in Game 3, because I don't expect Campbell to be able to hold up on the defensive line the way that both Old Dominion and NC State did. So love what I've seen so far in the run game in terms of making the right adjustments and figuring it out. The pass game, you go into a season where you got 2 brand new starters in Winstead and Johnson, not knowing what to expect. The only negative I saw Game 1 there was 2 or 3 times where Holton put the ball on the money. Maybe he was a little bit late, but he put the ball on the money. Ball hit the hands of the receivers, and the ball was knocked out by NC State defensive backs. And that's just one of those things where, if you remember Justin Hardy and Zay Jones, obviously I'm picking 2 of the best in ECU history, but they always caught the ball with their hands. They were really strong. They were always coming back to the football. And that's what you have to do as a receiver. Come back to the football, catch it with your hands, get that thing tucked away. And in Game 2, I was pleasantly surprised. No balls got knocked out like they were getting knocked out against NC State. So far, so good with those 2 new guys. They're playing well. Not a whole lot of drops out there.
Yeah, and Isaiah Winstead had at least 1, maybe 2 of those early in the state game, and he has not led the team in receiving yet through 2 games. It's been Johnson and Johnson, CJ and Jalen, but I still say, man, he looks the part, doesn't he, Kevin? I think he is the team's best receiver. He's going to have some huge days ahead, Isaiah Winstead.
I love his size. I love the fact that he's quick at that size, right? It's unusual to have a guy with that kind of quickness running routes and getting open at 6'4". And then he kind of, you can tell he's a basketball player because he kind of boxes out corners, and it's hard for him to get around him. He catches, he becomes a possession receiver with his size when he turns his back to the defense and his face to the quarterback. So love the way he's able to operate, move his body, and catch the football. He's been impressive so far.
And look, we haven't seen like Travis Kelce, Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez numbers from these tight ends, but 2 games and Calhoun's found the end zone. Ryan Jones has found the end zone. I think they combined for 6 catches or so last week. Again, not gaudy numbers, but they're going to find their way too. If the attention starts to go to Jalen Johnson, Isaiah on the outside, that just opened things up on the inside. And look, CJ had 6 week 1, only had 1 catch week 2. I think those numbers are going to go up and down all year, right, Kevin? Like whatever the defense is doing, Holton's going to find the guy he's supposed to find on that particular play.
And honestly, you might as well go ahead and call CJ a third tight end because he's as big as some of those guys, and they got him in that slot now, so he's working in the middle of the field. And Ryan Jones, he's a cheat code. I mean, it's crazy how big and strong that kid is, and he's still fast, catches the ball with his hands. Like, you can't guard him with a linebacker. You have to put a safety on him, sometimes a corner on him, and then he's going to outmatch those guys size-wise. And so it's tough to guard him in there. And so he's always going to be open on third downs. He's one of the guys you're going to be looking for, and it just makes things much easier for the wideouts to have good, strong receivers in the middle of the field that can run fast. So love what Calhoun, Johnson, and Jones so far.
And Kevin, usually sports analysts will use the deceptive speed term for someone who looks like me, but Ryan Jones, I guess because he's a tight end, he's got some quickness for his size too. You said it, cheat code, matchup nightmare.
Absolutely. He is just as fast as the majority of the wide receivers on the team, and he's bigger than all of them. And so, I can understand why he left Oklahoma as a linebacker and said, I want to catch the football, because he knew what he could do, and now we're benefiting from it.
How about a matchup with Campbell, Kevin? I got to say, I love what the players are saying and their mindset. They came in here after a loss and talked to us on Monday and had their heads up, ready to go for week 2. And then after a win week 2, they came in here kind of, we're ready for week 3. They don't look back a lot, which is a good thing. And I don't think they're going to take Campbell lightly, but it's human nature. I mean, you can speak to it, Kevin. When you were a big favorite, how tough is it as a player to put your head down, go to work, as opposed to playing a big game against NC State? You know what I'm saying? How did you handle that personally?
Yeah, a lot of the way Coach Houston talks is the way that Coach Logan used to talk to us. We would always laugh because Coach Logan would make every team sound like the freaking New England Patriots under Tom Brady. Like, every team was great. And so it didn't matter how much we were favored or how much we were, the underdogs. We would go into the game thinking these guys are incredible. And so Coach Houston does the same thing. He's been pumping up the quarterback for Campbell. He's been pumping up the coaching staff. He's been saying what great athletes they have. And they do. They do have those guys. The issue is depth, and the issue is, size and strength and speed at certain positions. And so they're going to have some starters that could play for East Carolina, but they're also going to have some starters that probably are there for a reason. And so that's the difference, and you don't know what positions those are. So you got to go out and play hard. So I love the approach these guys are having, because they're saying to themselves, we got to go out and play hard because there's good people on the other side of the field. Should we win? Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and play our best game. And it wasn't too long ago that we were losing to James Madison and teams like that. And so that's got to be fresh in those guys' minds, too.
Sure. You got that. You got Charleston Southern from last year. You got plenty you can look back at and say, hey, look, guys, if we don't go out there and play, we could be in trouble on Saturday. Kevin Monroe joining us. Will be on the call along with the voice, Jeff Charles, and Marty Fuhrer coming up Saturday 6 o'clock, Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. And we'll be with you 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Kevin, great weekend for the NFC East, 3-1, huh? I can't remember who lost, but big weekend. The Beast is back, baby.
Oh, boy. You know what? I don't know what to think about the division. I watched the Commanders play.
We got some weapons, Kevin. I don't think it's going to be a great year, but, man, Dodson and McLaurin, and if Samuel's healthy, we got some guys, Kevin.
You got some guys, but you also got a quarterback that likes to throw the ball to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
And Philadelphia, they won, but they sure made that one hard to beat Detroit, and I'm not in love with Detroit. So we'll see. Now, I will say, obviously, my guys, with my quarterback being down, there ain't much happening, at least for the first 5 or 6 games of the season. Hopefully, Cooper Rush can win a couple games and keep us in there. But the division is far from being decided at this point.
No, that's a good point. And if this is one of those years, Kevin, where like 8-9 wins the East, then, yeah, you certainly got a shot.
Yeah, and the Giants, I mean, I love what I saw from Saquon. I've got him on one of my fantasy teams. I've always thought he was a really good back. But, he can't do it all every game. And that's what happened on Sunday. So we'll just see about the Giants. Kevin
Monroe joining us. Kevin, always enjoyed the chat, man. Have a great call on Saturday. Hopefully the Pirates can get to 2-1 and see if we can talk some ECU Navy with you next week.
Anytime, man. Sorry about last week, but we're back. The voice is ready.
The voice is ready, and his voice will be with The Voice coming up Saturday. East Carolina taking on Campbell. And during that chat, Robert, we are back on Facebook Live and YouTube, so make sure you check us out there and smash that like, smash that sub. Robert says we have shaken our red zone droughts of the past. And I was trying to find that stat on the UBE stat sheet, but I guess he's right? East Carolina has been pretty good red zone this year. Oh, here we go. East Carolina on the year, 8 for 9 in the red zone.
Wow.
And here's a good number, 6 of 9 red zone touchdowns. So 67% of the time they get into the red zone, they are scoring a touchdown. There's a bad stat after ECU scores a touchdown. 5 of 8 on extra points this year. 1 shank and 2 blocks. So that's something that's got to clean up. But, yeah, good call, Robert. East Carolina, 8 of 9 in the red zone, 6 of 9 touchdowns in the red zone. And how about the defense? Teams entering the red zone against East Carolina. This was held out against NC State on the 1. But teams are 3 of 5 scoring in the red zone on East Carolina. 60% right now.
Man, and I just go back to that South Carolina game, my freshman year, 2016, Philip Nelson at quarterback. You have all those red zone. Well, I feel like that was the start of just our red zone weakness. How many turnovers inside the 20, inside the 10?
Yeah.
And now it seems like there's a lot of confidence in this team and this fan base when the Pirates enter the red zone.
Yeah, and hopefully that trend continues against Campbell. We've seen it go a number of ways with Rajay running the ball, Keaton running the ball, shovel pass, Calhoun and Ryan Jones scoring from the red zone. So a number of different ways East Carolina has attacked it. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We'll talk to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. We'll look at tonight's NFL game. We'll talk East Carolina Campbell and a whole lot of college football from a gambling perspective with the big man from Barstool Sports. That's on the way right after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is a year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations. From the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville is now open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. You heard right. CD's Grill is now open for dinner. CD's Grill is famous for its great breakfasts, terrific country cooking lunch specials, and now CD's Grill is open for dinner Monday through Friday and for breakfast on Saturday. CD's Grill has great Carolina cheeseburgers and an 18-item salad bar. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, and now dinner, make it CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, the best country cooking around.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Winslow's is now 5th Street Hardware, Restaurant, and Tap Room with a brand new look. 5th Street also has a new menu, and it serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, 5th Street Hardware has poker every Tuesday night and trivia on Wednesdays with DJ Captain Morgan. It's a new look, a new name, but the same location, right on 5th Street beside the State Theater. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
I like this tune.
Well, you know me. I like my beats.
And I added some lyrics.
Oh.
I like football. I like football. I like football. I like football.
Okay.
If y'all know the words, sing along.
I like football.
Yeah.
I like football. I like football.
Don't we all?
I like football.
Don't we all?
I like football. Tony Collins, he likes football.
Yes,
Run
he
it
does.
back.
I like football.
Yes, he does.
I like football.
Yes, he does.
I like football.
Tell him.
I like football.
Yes, he does.
I like football.
Tell him.
I like football.
Yes, he does.
That tune is called, I think we're going to call that...
I Like Football.
I was thinking The Sensuality of Man. Welcome back to the show. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes. Does that mean that tune is going to come up at the end of this segment?
Yes.
All right, well, let's hurry up. The quicker we get through this segment, the quicker we get to hear that song again. The Sensuality of Man, parentheses, I Like Football. Let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line. Talk to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports. He joins us here to talk gambling, Pirates, NFL, and more. Big man, how you doing on this Thursday?
Great. How are you, Cliff?
Doing great, and it is a big day. The new show is debuting as we speak on this program. So we recorded this interview earlier in the afternoon with Nadu because he's got a big premiere coming up. Big Man on Betting with Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports. You can find it on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube. So my suggestion is listen to this interview, listen to the rest of our show, and then make sure you check out Big Man on Betting on YouTube, the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube. Congrats, Big Man. This is going to be awesome. As I've told you, I first got into you when you were doing your daily show on YouTube talking college basketball, and I love that old format, and I can't wait to hear you breaking down games every Thursday. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, Cliff. Yeah, I couldn't be more excited. It's got a little archive value as well. I mean, being on Thursday, you got a couple of days to listen to it. And, you know, we're gonna kind of work in all sorts of stuff, whether it's college football, the NFL, college basketball down the road, and it gives me kind of an hour or so to just kind of do my own thing for once. You know, I love being on all the different shows occasionally, whether it's being a guest on a pod or on Pick Central, but it's nice to have my own voice and just really kind of interact with people and show people why and how I've done this for so long. And I think I can obviously offer a lot to people. And yeah, I urge you to come check it out. I know you folks down there are always very supportive, and your fan base I interact with a lot. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Cliff.
By the way, Nadu on Pick Central on Wednesday. If you missed that yesterday, you can go check that out. And enjoyed seeing you up there, Nadu. I thought they were trolling you at first because you guys talked about Aaron Judge and baseball for like 25 minutes. But
you know, I got to tell you, man, and that's sometimes how the shows work out, man. You know, you always want to work in other stuff, but yeah, listen, it's not that I don't love baseball at this time of the year. I just, you know, again, I have other things that I want to talk about. You know, I'm hoping that I think every week I'll be up there doing at least one show a week with Pick Central, so I'm pretty excited about that. So, yeah, it's a good week for me. A lot of cool things going on, and you know, I'm ready to continue to hopefully do well with football, which has been good.
Jeff, I'm going to call you 2-0 with East Carolina. You put in an East Carolina bet against NC State like in July, and of course ended up winning that. The Pirates should have won outright. We've discussed it. Last week, we talked to you earlier in the week. You were a little on the fence, and then by the time we talked to you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, you said, you know what, I'm coming around on ECU, and you said if you had to play it, you would take the Pirates and the points, and Pirates cover. In fact, Jeff, you look back to last year, you probably remember the losses more than the wins, but East Carolina has actually been a good covering team. Now, some of those have been underdogs, but man, they're 2-0 to start this year, and now they play an FCS team. The line's like 30. You know, I don't know who to get involved one way or the other, but Pirates did cover against Old Dominion. Looked pretty good on Saturday.
Yeah, I have to be honest, if I ended up playing that, I didn't go crazy on it, but it was part of my portfolio on Saturday, and I was pretty happy. I thought that was a really good spot for ECU coming in. And look, you know, whether you agree with this or not, I don't think they truly – look, they were probably disappointed that they lost to NC State, but I thought they played really well, and there were lots of things to take away from it. I thought Old Dominion was coming down and really just – I didn't think they were as good as they may have showed, and I don't think Virginia Tech is very good. So it didn't really do much for me. It just seemed like a spot, as you alluded to. ECU has been very good against the number, whether it's against the spread or just winning games outright that they shouldn't. I've also, Cliff, as you know, I really, ever since I've come on your show, I've been able to read ECU very good. I don't know what my record is backing them over the last 3 or so years, but it's been quite good.
Well, backing and fading. You know when to hold them, you know when to fold them, it seems like, when it comes to the Pirates.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, even this week, and I got to look into Campbell a little bit, but I always do like to find these big favorites. The problem that you have, and I want to make this clear to everybody, I'm going to say this when I do the show later that I have, you have to watch in week 3 laying these big numbers, and I'll tell you why. Remember, in college football, folks, generally for teams that are, let's say, top 50 in America, top 10, top 20, whatever, they have 3 non-conference games. Okay, next week they start delving into their conference schedule. It may be a sandwich spot. It might be a spot where they're just not real interested or they don't care much. They've got their eye on next week.
Yeah.
So make sure you're careful as to what you want to do. I like laying big numbers in week 1, week 2. Week 3, I'm a little bit more gun-shy.
And I think East Carolina has been fully focused on Campbell, but when the next one is a conference opener and it's against Navy, the one team you play all year that runs that wacky option offense, how much attention was paid to them this week. So, yeah, just something you got to think about. Nadu, it's a bounce-back week. It's and avoid a letdown week in college football. We had those big Sun Belt upsets last week. So when you look at teams like A&M, home favorites against Miami, Nebraska, home dog against Oklahoma, and you can even throw Notre Dame, who's a double-digit home favorite against Cal. How do those teams respond from losses last week? Are they all dead dogs? Do you like 1 or 2 to bounce back? How about those 3 in particular?
Cliff, repeat the games at the beginning. I cut out when you said.
So A&M, coming off a loss, is a home favorite against Miami. Nebraska coming off a loss, home dog to Oklahoma. Notre Dame coming off a loss to all those Sun Belt teams, double-digit favorite against Cal. So who bounces back and who kind of showed us what they are? Do you like any of those?
Well, I'll tell you right now, and this is one that, look, whether you love or hate Texas A&M, I mean, they're in a really great spot this week. And look, if they can't get juice for this game, I don't really know what to say. They're back at home, okay, all off of, as you said, a loss as a double-digit favorite. And, they have a Miami team coming in that really it shouldn't take much to get going for. We still have to keep in mind, whether you like A&M or not, they're still a good defensive team. In fact, they're a very good defensive team. This is the first road game for Miami, Cliff. Remember that. This is a new group as far as coaching. There's a lot. You didn't play much in the first 2 weeks. This is a major ask to go in and play a team in a tough atmosphere who's off of a very embarrassing loss. They've been basically thrown under the bus the entire week. I get the feeling A&M bounces back. There's a reason this number's 4 or 5. I'm not playing it personally because I don't like A&M's quarterback situation, but I think this is a very good spot for them to bounce back. I'm not running to bet Notre Dame, I'll tell you right now. That said, if there's a week you got to get going, it's this one. And look, Notre Dame plays tough games every week, all season. So, but remember, they have a backup quarterback. Drew Pine is in there.
Yeah.
So, I'm not running to back these types of teams. There's also several teams that have been playing well that are double-digit favorites on the road, i.e. Oklahoma, Houston. I believe they're at home, but Houston's got an interesting one against an emerging Kansas group. So there's some tough ones out there.
I like to find an American game and then talk to you. This is a fascinating game. Maryland at home against SMU, kind of a weird matchup. Total at 74. Maryland a 2.5-point favorite at home against SMU. This should be entertaining. You see a total at 74, you're going to see some fireworks. So any lean on this one, Jeff?
Yeah, this number opened at like 68, 69. I thought that was too low. You're dead right. It's not the 73, 74 as you alluded to, so the best of the number's gone. That said, I mean, it still screams 41-35 to me. When you look at Maryland, a group that has a very good offense, Tolia Tagovailoa, I think he's at like 10.5, 11 yards per pass attempt. This receiver group is very good. We all know that even though Sonny Dykes is not a good defensive coach, he is a guy that can defend or can throw the football and can score. So, yeah, I see a lot of points in this game. It screams first, a 40 probably wins. Back and forth, high-scoring affair. I don't really trust either defense. I lean SMU, though, just because I feel like when the rubber meets the road to win these kind of games, you just need to make one stop. And I feel like they are more along the lines to do it. So I feel like if I'm going to get a dog price on SMU, I might have interest there. It's not a game I'll be betting, but it'll be a shootout.
Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us. Make sure you check out his new show on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube page. It's coming out today with the big man on betting, and you can find that after you listen to this program, or folks, you can find it right now on YouTube. Jeff Nadu joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line. Another huge total, 74. And Jeff, when I've told you in games, it is super rare that it's like over in the first half or over in the third quarter. If I ever lose a bet that I'm telling you on, it feels like you were on the right side the entire time. And I felt that way late last Saturday with Fresno State. They got to put Oregon State away in that game, and even had a chance at the horn and couldn't do it. I kind of want to get back on them again this week for some reason. They're plus 12 against USC. I know that the Trojans can go up and down the field, but can they stop Fresno State? I think Fresno State scores a lot in this game, but are you willing to go back with the Bulldogs? What do you think about this matchup with the Trojans here?
Well, Cliff, I have a bad taste in my mouth with two things here. One of which is the fact that, I don't know, Fresno just kind of bothered me, man. It seemed like Oregon State's going to be a thorn on my side. I'm probably going to try to avoid them for the most part. I don't really have a good read on them. They seem to be a lot better than I have them rated.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to give them some respect.
Oh, they were good, but Fresno State had plenty of chances to put them away. I mean, man.
Including the last, plays, a couple of plays, obviously right on the goal line there. But, Fresno's a team that have two things. They have a great quarterback and offense, but they don't have a defense that's particularly strong. The big issue I have in this game, though, Clip, is, in some games, if it over opens 12.5, let's say, and if that's down 11.5, 10.5, I'm not that worried because I'm still getting the 10. I'm not going to get 14. But this number opened 15, 16, and it's down to 12. I'm missing that key number of 14.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for me, I just kind of missed out on it. I kind of look at this and ask myself, how does this game, not, go crazy?
Yeah.
I feel like we see plenty of points here. Fresno can move the football. I obviously like USC. I think they're the best offense in the country. So I'm going to revisit that a little bit.
Jeff Nadu joining us. We'll try to track you down Saturday on our Bud Light pregame tailgate, Jeff. Any other college football games you're interested in that we didn't touch on?
Yeah, one game that I think kind of just I have priced too low. UCLA, South Alabama. UCLA, another kind of layup game. They've had three really easy out-of-conference games. This is going to be a little tougher, though, to me. South Alabama is actually pretty good offensively. They have a good passing offense behind Carter Bradley. They can move the football. UCLA, 45 points in both games this year. They play fast. In fact, Cliff, both of these teams rank second and fifth in America in plays per game. Totals are all about pace. If you get pace, as well as teams that can throw the football, you're going to have some success. Throw in the fact that one of UCLA's best corners is actually suspended for the first half of this game, so I think that's something to keep an eye on. I just kind of felt like this one was 45-24, something like that, 45-20. 60.5 seems too low, especially with the pace you're going to get here. I just like both these offenses. So I'm going to play over the number, 60.5. I think it's too low.
The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, man, it really makes you feel like you know what you're doing when you hit a first half, and I'm speaking of the Eagles on Sunday when you hit that and they don't cover for the game. It is a tight game with Detroit, but you had Eagles first half, nice winner there. How about anything on tonight? Great division matchup, Chargers and Chiefs playing on a short week. Chiefs 4-point favorite, total at 54. Anything going on with you in this one?
That's funny because I actually think this is probably the best card that we'll see in a while. I love week 2, but I think it's a really tough game. I think it's the one tough game on the card, really. I'm going to lean Chiefs, though. I think the loss of Keenan Allen is way more important than we're giving it credit for. He's the most emerging receiver they have, especially on third down. Whenever your quarterback, especially a young quarterback, loses your third down valve, I'm a little worried. But then I also look at it and I say, well, Travis Kelce obviously is their most emerging threat. Derwin James is back. He didn't play last year in one of the games against Travis, and he went off. Tonight you have it. And what I see tonight is the betting public is all over Kelce's over. They're always on Kelce overs. I think this is getting a little too high. Keep in mind, when Derwin James played against Kelce last year, I think he only had 65 receiving yards. You got a total up towards 80. I'm going to look maybe towards a prop here with Kelsey under. I think they do a nice job at zeroing in on him and maybe just make someone else beat them. I have a hard time finding a side or a total in this game. I think that the numbers are probably really good. And I think a lot of the public will bet the Chargers here because they just assume a close game. My whole sentiment is if I don't like the Chiefs, I just avoid the game. I don't have any interest in betting against Patrick Mahomes at home. I'm going to look more along the lines of just hoping that Kelsey gets maybe 70 yards. It has maybe a more pedestrian game than a blowout, crazy game.
Jeff Nadu joining us. It is a big day because Big Man on Betting debuts on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube page. You can find it there. It is on right now. If you're listening to this interview, we recorded this with Big Man earlier in the day. My plan is my 20-minute trek home turns into about a 45-minute to an hour trek home when I figure in the grocery store and some errands, Jeff. So I'm going to put it on the way home, just have it going in the car on YouTube, and looking forward to hearing it, man. And congrats once again. That's going to be awesome. So that's going to be every Thursday, 4 o'clock. Is it 1 hour, Jeff?
Yeah, probably going to be an hour. Luckily, the college football show with Brandon Walker doesn't come on until 6, so we have a little time.
Okay.
We have to bleed over, we will. But I appreciate that clip. I thank you for checking it out, and I hope all of you check it out. Also, the sit-down as well. Every Wednesday, it's now on the Barstool Sports umbrella. I got a lot going on, Clip. Stuff's going to get more and more busy. By the way, as well, I'm a top 20 blogger at the moment, so let's just throw in that as well.
Top 20 blogger at Barstool, and he still finds time for us here at Pirate Radio. And look, we appreciate that, big man. That's awesome stuff. Hey, keep up the great work, Jeff, and we'll see if we can track you down on Saturday. Talk more football with you.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Clip.
Thank you, big man. Jeff Nadu joining us on the Pitt Electric Live Line. Pitt Electric is hiring. You can join their team by going to pittelectric.com. All right, hit the music, sir, Shirley. Sensuality of man, parentheses, I like football. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Touchdown! Tony Collins coming up hour 3 along with Mike Mullis. And we'll hear from Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and Blake Harrell. You know the words. Sing along, folks. Here we go.
Hit it, boys.
I like football. 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 Ladies in the back, fellas in the front.
The sensuality of man.
Yeah.
The sensuality of man.
I like football.
The sensuality of man. I like football. The sensuality of man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pirate fans, don't miss out on another exciting Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium as East Carolina plays host to the Fighting Camels of Campbell. It will be the first time these two programs have met on the gridiron since 1939. That's 83 years. Tickets in the lower bowl are on sale for as low as $30. Don't wait because tickets are going fast. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com. It's the Fighting Camels and the Pirates at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
It's bow time. Why are Bojangles Chicken Supremes called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and have you heard there's a new sauce in town? Try our new creamy buffalo sauce when you get a Chicken Supremes combo today. It's bow time.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now rising rates? It's a lot. This is Timothy Sawyer, your local Rocket Mortgage professional right here in Greenville, North Carolina. With Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within the first 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a lower rate with exclusive savings. Take the Rocket advantage of calling me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville wants you to make this a September to remember. Come check out the huge selection of new cars and trucks as the inventory is back, and so are the incentives. It's Ram Power Days at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and they've got 0% for 72 months on Ram Bighorn and Laramie trim models. Or you can save up to $8,000 on select Ram 1500 crew cabs. This is the best truck offer you'll find anywhere. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to make way for the 2023 model. So September customers will get huge savings. That's saving up to $8,000 on a new Ram now. Oh, and you'll also find a great selection of new Jeeps. Save up to $3,000 on a new Jeep Gladiator and save up to $5,500 on select new Wagoneers.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Crackville in Greenville. Come see us.
Offers do not include tax, tags, and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Jeremy Lewis, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE is stocked up for Family Weekend with all of your painted gold gear, including the Holton Ahlers number 12 t-shirts and a whole lot more. UBE is open all weekend, including on Sunday. And join Pirate Radio and The Voice, Jeff Charles, on Friday at noon for the UBE Pirate Preview Show live from the showroom floor. UBE, an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online now at pirateware.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, I heard you because I hear things. My ears are always open in these buildings, in these walls. And I heard you giving CJ a stat to consider.
Why, yes.
Stat.
The
stats to consider.
And I want you to share that with the class. Yeah, I see y'all passing notes to each other. You got to share with the class.
He's on to us, Shirley.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I didn't know you knew about passing notes. I mean, because, cell phones existed.
Shirley, how old do you think I am? I appreciate it.
I'm older than you.
You are, but yeah.
No, I was telling CJ because Connor Norby hit a home run last night with the Bowie Bay Sox, and that was his 24th home run of the season.
24.
16th with Bowie.
Okay.
The stat to consider is that 10 of those home runs have been in the first inning.
That is
of
getting
a game.
your day started off right, and he is hitting leadoff a lot of nights. So I wonder how many of those are leadoff. And
I believe all of them.
Yeah.
Are leadoff home runs, and he is batting leadoff tonight. Bowie is playing Akron. As a matter of fact, 6:35, I believe, is first pitch. And of course he a couple of days ago, because they played a day game, Connor and Gavin Williams faced each other.
Yeah.
And Gavin struck him out the first time and then walked him the second time he faced him. So, Connor's been on a tear, and they've got, I believe they've got 4 games left in the season, counting tonight. So,
what did Burley do last night? I saw some hoot and hollering. I know he hit one to the wall, I guess.
Well, he hit his first at bat. He singled.
Okay.
He hit an oppo to left, and it was a single. And I believe it didn't drive in the run, but it put the runner in scoring position. And then the second time up, he hit a bomb, and I thought it was going out, and I was screaming at the TV because I thought I was going to witness Burley's first home run. But the right fielder made just an incredible catch, but it was a broken bat too, and any other ballpark other than Busch Stadium, that would have been a home run. But it's just slightly larger in the right field, and so the guy made the catch at the wall. But yeah, as his dad would say, getting back in the waiting room. But any other place, I think he probably would have hit that sucker out. He hit it a mile.
All right, thank you for that update, Shirley Rhodes. Ben says, sensuality of man, parentheses, I like football, is an absolute banger. I agree. Thank you, Ben. We were talking red zone earlier, and Drew says the one red zone attempt we didn't score on was the kneel down last week.
That is true.
And I think that's a good point. We got to get to touchdown Tony Collins. Before we do, and Shirley had a little trivia nugget there, can we hear some trivia post-game real quick? Chandler, sure, I think you acquired this audio, and this is from Conehead's team member, CJ Schaefer, who lost by 2 points last night, and CJ was upset afterwards. Let's hear CJ post-game, if we can go.
Just had a meltdown in A.J. McMurphy's. We could have tied. These boys don't remember. Jake just had a meltdown.
All right,
Look, my finger slipped. The video cut off. Jake Coker. They forgot who Jake Coker was, and they forgot who Matt Flynn was. We lost by 2 points. If they had just listened to me, we would have got those 2 points back, and we'd be in overtime right now. But we're not, because they didn't listen to me.
CJ Schaefer throwing teammates under the bus after the loss last night.
I had my Aaron Rodgers moment.
I got to be honest, I don't remember Jake Coker at all, so credit to Chandler and CJ for remembering that he won. Question was, name the quarterbacks that have won a college football championship since 2000, started and won, and Jake Coker was an answer.
It's funny because I don't remember Sims. I don't know how, but I don't. Blake
Sims, I do remember him, but so Coker was filling in for Sims? Was that the answer? Because Sims was not an answer.
He originally... Right. We said Sims, yeah, and we should have said Coker.
Correct.
I guess that year Sims won the starting job, but eventually lost it to Coker. Is that what happens?
Or either an injury took place, something like that. But
3 of the 4, because it was a stump the Schwab situation, but we have 4 left. 3 of the last 4 names, I believe, were Alabama quarterbacks.
McElroy, McCarron, Coker, and the other that hadn't been said yet was Matt Flynn for LSU. Take us to break, Shirley, so we can get to touchdown Tony Collins. He'll join us on the other side. I got a question for Tony. Should we make preparations for the Patriots funeral for 2022? Or is it just 1 week? Everything's okay? We'll talk to Tony about that. We'll talk some NFL. We'll talk some ECU. Talk to Mike Mullis. A lot coming up. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville and the City of Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food trucks, beer and wine, children activities, and more. The Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in 5 Points Plaza. Visit Uptown Greenville for more information, and as always, go Pirates!
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
You're kicking me out of the family?
No, just the wireless plan. At U.S. Cellular, we don't need 4 lines to get a great deal. Just $34.99 a month per line with unlimited data, even just one.
That is a really good deal.
Get unlimited data for just $34.99 per line, even just one. Only at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Shirley awaiting the word from Mully, and I'll let you know when he's ready to go. We'll talk to him on the Pit Electric Live line. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chandler Honeycutt, and touchdown! Tony Collins is back. First appearance
in the house
since his surgery. And Tony, first question, obviously, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Dr. Hasty did another good job on me, and so almost a bionic man right now.
Yeah. How many regular parts do you still have? You still got that beautiful smile that's yours. Other than that, you have been worked on. You're Frankensteining.
I know, man. I got two new knees, and now I got a new shoulder, so everything's good.
And if you see Tony, this is a look but don't touch situation, right? You're free to look at him, but please don't touch.
Not the left side.
Yeah. But, man, great to hear you smiling and see you smiling and hear you laughing, and good to have you here. You're not going to be laughing when we talk about the Patriots later. We'll get to that. We'll talk some Pirates. Is Mully with us, Shirley? All right. Well, let's talk junk to Mike Mullis and his Packers real quick. Mully, welcome in. How you doing, man?
Well, I can hang up.
I got a serious question for you, and there's a reason I'm asking, and we'll talk about it, and Tony knows why. But, Howard, what do you think about Packers-Bears Week 2 Sunday Night Football? How you feeling about that game?
Go Bears.
Come on, man.
Go Bears? Is that what he said?
Why are you saying that? You're a Packers fan.
I'll put some money on that.
I am so no, I would take that bet. They're going to be a little ticked off. I still don't know if that means they can catch the football being the Packers, but I'm so over the Aaron Rodgers stuff, man. That dude, he has run the spectrum from being what you think of as a Packers quarterback to now. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to cheer for him.
He is a space cadet and had some great mannerisms after wide open drops and stuff like that the other day. Here's why I bring it up. We're in this pool. Troy talked about it earlier. We're in the Survivor pool. I wanted to take the Niners to beat the Bears Week 1. I'm so glad we didn't do that. And, Tony, I apologize for that and my Broncos submission. Luckily, you like the Colts more than anybody, and we survived. But Tony, Ellerby, myself love the Packers this week to beat the Bears. Troy is totally against it. We basically had to force him. Well, we forced it through to make the pick. And, man, if the Bears somehow beat the Packers, we will never, ever hear the end of it. This is pretty high stakes here. So, Mully, I'm hoping the Packers can get it done for my sake, for the pool's sake, and just to not have to hear Troy for the rest of my life.
Well, the thing is, I mean, are the Packers better than the 49ers? I mean,
look, that
was garbage.
That was
a monsoon
situation.
But remember last year, Green Bay Packers, the very first game of the season,
got smacked by the Saints.
Thing.
Yep.
And then he comes back and he went like 7 games in a row, something like that.
And Mully, you remember that too. But is this different? Like, if it is different, why is it different? Because there's no Devontae Adams. I mean.
I was going to say, guys. I mean, you're both smart guys. There's no Devontae Adams. They do not have a playmaker on the offense other than Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Jones is a playmaker.
Is he?
Well, he's my friend. I met him at Subdogs. So don't speak ill of him.
Yeah. I don't, man. I just, it's the best quarterback with around him. He's got nothing.
Yeah.
Now, look, give him to the Patriots. Give the Packers Mac Jones. Let Tony deal with Aaron Rodgers. But that team will be a whole different.
There's no receivers at the Patriots either. What are you talking about? We have no receivers in New England. None. They're going to beat the Bears by 14, at least 14.
And by the way, who's Justin Fields throwing to? If he could accurately throw it, they got Mooney, and that's about it. I mean, none of it. Look, everything you say bad about the Packers, you can say the same about the Bears. This one's at Lambeau. Packers are angry. They're going to win Sunday night. It doesn't mean they're going to be good this year.
Oh, that's a Sunday night game?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, look, when they put that on the schedule, they were thinking this is a Aaron Rodgers showcase game.
Yeah.
I guess it could be. But, I mean, look, Tony, you've been there. How much pressure did he just put on those young receivers now? I mean, if they couldn't catch the ball when he was trying to be their buddy, they as hell are going to catch the football now.
I'm almost positive Aaron Rodgers sat down and talked with all those receivers this week. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a change in what they did last week. And they're playing the Bears, too.
And Mully, that Aaron Rodgers can quickly go from this grump, this bitter, I hate football, I hate life guy, out there smiling and double-checking and fist-pumping. We've seen this before. Now, can we see it with this team? I don't know, but we've definitely seen the bipolarism of Aaron Rodgers on a football field before.
Yeah, because he's a front runner. He look, when you're winning, he's great. But that's part of the reason he can't do anything in the playoffs. He doesn't. I mean, he does not thrive in adversity.
Is this guy a Packers fan?
Kinda. I don't know. He's not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
That's there. You said it. I have been a Packers fan forever. But I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
You know the problem? He doesn't like Jordan Love either. So you're running out of options, Mully.
No, all of a sudden I feel like a Patriots or Commanders fan.
And if you want to go see Brett Favre, you might have to go see him in jail.
Brett Favre.
I think he'll be all right.
Okay, all right. Mike Mullis joining us on the Pit Electric Live line. Let's talk Pirates. We'll start with you, Tony. We hadn't talked to you since the first one, and it's still on your brain. But how about the bounce back week 2 against Old Dominion?
Bounce back week was fantastic.
Yeah.
Defense played good again. I love to see the running game the way it was, and hopefully we'll do the same thing. Who we playing this week? Elon?
Kinda. Campbell.
It's basically.
This is a Tony Collins game right here. Hopefully against the Campbell Camels. Mully, how about the Pirates bounce back? You thought they would. You said they would, and they did that against ODU.
Yeah, no, they did what they were supposed to do against ODU, and I have all ideas they'll do the same thing with the Camels. I mean, it's a chance to work on some stuff and maybe hopefully see some guys maybe a little later in the game that you might need down the stretch. So no, look, man, they played well against ODU, and I think this could be a great year. I mean, I really do think that things are everything's kind of trending the right way, and the schedule's right. I mean, the schedule's right for them to continue to build momentum, gain the confidence, and learn how to win.
I just hope the Camels don't have a Ollie Jennings like ODU had last week. If it wasn't for him putting up 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, I mean, that was their offense last week. So defense did show up last week in a bounce back.
And that's a good thing, Tony, right? You play well, but also you give up 200 yards to one receiver, so you got things to clean up. You're not just patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, there's things that, of course, they can still work on. I'm sure Coach knows that, but I love the way the defense is playing right now. I thought they played great against NC State, and it's going to be a cakewalk on Saturday.
And Mully, 2 bad Holton interceptions week 1 against NC State in the first half. Since then, he's played well, and then the other night, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's hitting his targets. He looked good. Pirates win the turnover battle on Saturday.
Yeah, no sacks and very little pressure. So I mean all those things kind of work hand in hand, Clip. And I mean, you protect your quarterback, he's going to have a chance, especially. There's very little that can be thrown at Holton that he hadn't already seen, right? I mean, he's been around the block. So, no, he played great, man. And, I expect him to continue that. This is one of those games that, as a coach, it's kind of hard to coach this game from the standpoint of you almost have to lie to your guys. You have to go, hey, listen, they've got this guy, and you've heard that through the week, like, hey, they got the big back, and they got the shifty quarterback, and you got to kind of make things up so that you don't lose, so that your players don't lose that edge. But it's I'm with Tony. I would fully expect this to be a cakewalk.
Tony, y'all had a pretty tough schedule, right? When you played at East Carolina, and then you go in the pros, and you do have to take every game seriously. But do you remember like going into a game where you're a big favorite and how your mind
at ECU?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I guess when we played Western Carolina or somebody like that, we're a big favorite. But most of our games that we played, man, once we played North Carolina State, we played North Carolina. We're always underdogs with them.
Right.
But it's just like these guys know this is Campbell. This is a team that we should beat. Really beat.
Yeah.
And so the guys are going to be up for the game. They know. They should be 2-0 right now, and so I think they're still hungry.
Last year, we remember Charleston Southern coming in here, putting a scare into the Pirates. ECU only won that game by 3 points. I think they were favored by 24, something like that. So it happened just a year ago. I can't take anybody lightly. Mully, while I got you here, not only, Tony, is Mully a curmudgeon on the Packers, also on Major League Baseball. He's out on that. How about these rule changes, Mully? The pitch clock that they're going to implement next year, that's a positive, right? You like that, right?
What do you want me to give an answer? He's a witness here.
You like that, don't you?
Maybe I don't hate the pitch clock because I hate some of the other stuff.
Okay, that's why I started with the positive there.
But when you're dictating how many looks I can give a runner at first base, and
yeah,
sometimes I mean, come on, man, that is insulting the integrity of the game.
How do you feel about the shift? Ban it or don't ban it? Because they are going to ban it, but what's your take on that?
But then it's ridiculous. Why can't a manager put his players where he wants them?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
There's not another sport out there where they go, you can't play, you can't run a nickel defense. You can't run man-to-man. You can't press full court.
Well,
that stuff exists.
I will say this. They do make you put a certain number on the line of scrimmage and things like that on the offense.
Yeah, I mean, true, but I think that's been such a part of the game for so long that maybe that's kind of a forgotten deal. I get what you're saying, but that's kind of a weak comparison.
All right, fine. A lot of my arguments to you are weak. I know that, but I'm just trying. I'm trying my best. I agree with you, though. Why can't a guy put a shortstop in right center field if he wants to? And again, I'm wondering what it's going to look like. Are there going to be lines on the field? The shortstop can't cross this line?
And is the umpire going to have to constantly be looking and
what happens if
measuring where he's at?
Yeah, what's the penalty? So
you're 2 inches outside your line.
That's really dumb. Man. That's one of the stupid things I've ever heard of.
Doing too much, perhaps. Anyway.
Also, is it reviewable?
Right. Yeah, they got to look. They got to zoom in on the shortstop's foot to see where it was.
Play is under review.
And Mully, we're going to end up slowing the damn game down even more doing this now. So
no, we need something else in sports to be reviewed because there's just not enough stuff. Like, I mean, you can't watch. That I will say this has been it's early, but this has been a very difficult season of college football to watch on a lot of fronts as it relates to the replay. Man, it is excruciatingly slow. And I guess the point, hey, let's get the call right. But that's just part of the game. I don't know, man. I'm not a big replay guy. I see 2 minutes left. I see scenarios where it makes sense. But, it's just the review is just rampant.
You remember and there's a ton of examples of this, but great finish, LSU, Florida State, that was that Sunday night or Monday night?
Yeah.
So Sunday night. And they were trying to see if the guy, got out of bounds or got the first down, and it took forever for them to figure out what to do. And we're waiting to see the final climatic play of the game, and it really makes it anticlimactic when you got to wait that long.
And I can see it right now, a walk-off home run, the opposing coach coming out, going like this, and pointing toward the shortstop and saying he's out of his line.
He's too close.
And what should be a dramatic, pageantry walk-off is going to turn into a 5-minute review.
Yeah. Mully, you got an update on the football game you're at?
Well, hold no. Well, yeah, I do. But let me go back to Chandler.
Oh, go ahead.
Chandler, let me ask you a question. If the shortstop's out of the quote-unquote defensive box, how does that have a bearing on a home run?
No, I agree with you.
Because they were illegally shifted.
No, I'm saying I could just see it now and how stupid it would be.
Oh, right, but it wouldn't matter because the guy hit the...
Yeah, defense...
Guy hit the home run.
Yeah, okay, I see your point. So now...
He hit the home run.
So now the defensive coach says, wait a minute, my guy was out of position. That didn't count.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Mully, you gotta look. We ain't the smartest.
He
guys
digests
in here,
everybody's words.
Unless they put 3 guys in right field and the guy hits the home run over the right field fence, but there's 3 guys on top of each other and they catch it before it goes out.
Is that legal, Mully? Now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know what happens when you go recruit the flying Wallendas and you have some kind of acrobatic like that?
Oh, man.
Look, all this stuff's going the way of the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah,
basically.
How about that? They had it right the whole time.
I'm a little bit off of them now. They have jumped the shark with their shenanigans, and they have the Bananas have decided there will be no CPL baseball played in Savannah, so they are strictly doing the show.
Yeah, Globetrotter.
They call it a show. So anyway,
Have you checked out Banana Land, Mully?
Yeah, I've seen every one of them.
Wow.
Jesse Cole's a genius. I mean, he's brilliant, but it's I don't know.
You know what we're talking about, Tony?
I've heard about it, but I don't really know.
It's very like Globetrotters on a diamond.
Baseball.
Pretty much. All right, Molly, we'll let you go. What's the you had a football game?
Yeah, well, so there was supposed to be a game, but the team from P.S. Jones, hopefully they're resting and getting better because they are apparently had a couple guys suffering from COVID. So COVID doesn't.
Oh, no.
COVID is still around?
That's still a thing?
Yeah, it still affects the sports landscape in the middle school.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know if they were rested up, trying to get a couple extra days practice for coming over to face the Hope Mustangs, but either way, they banged the game today.
Well, that's a shame. Sorry, yeah, that sucks. All right, Molly. Well, thanks for joining us, man. Enjoy your weekend. Go if you won't pull for the Packers, we will this weekend.
Yeah, you know what, and I will, especially Troy being a Bears fan. But who knows?
All right.
That may be the futility bowl. We'll see what happens.
See you, buddy. There's Mike Mullis. Not everybody can be 1-0 like the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
How about that, Tony Collins?
God. Wow.
Hey, you know what? I'm just glad that you've got guests on this show now that can share my...
I know. You've been the only loser.
I have been the only loser all week.
Who's your quarterback again?
Who's your quarterback?
I think you're talking about a guy that threw
Wentz?
for
Is it Wentz?
over 304 touchdowns.
Wentz?
Yep, Carson Wentz. I tell you what,
is Wentz back?
You trade Mac Jones for Wentz right now, if you could, Tony.
No, I wouldn't. I'd keep Mac Jones. We just need receivers in New England.
We got plenty of them too, buddy. All right, let's take a break. Shirley, we giving away something? That's a yes.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
What are we giving away today?
How about a $15 gift card to Wings over Greenville?
Man, that sounds good right about now. 317-1250. What call are you looking for?
12.
Caller 12. We'll come back. We'll talk more NFL with Touchdown Tony Collins. We'll also hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick. How about Jalen Johnson? 9 catches the other night for ECU leading the way. We'll hear what Donnie has to say about him and a lot more when we're back after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
It's summer's last hurrah, and at Bostic Sugg Furniture, we're ending it in style with 3 ways to save on the most fashionable looks for your home. Save double the sales tax, plus 6 months special financing, plus 20% off accessories to complete the look. Change your mattress, change your life. Buy a mattress, get up to 48 months special financing. Plus, visit Facebook and ask about our Hot Buy store-wide. The sun may be setting on summer, but not the savings at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are growing, so is our service department. We're adding more space to provide a faster, more affordable service for you. Come sit down with our team and let us customize your next Jeep or truck. Have the freedom to pick out your own lift, wheels, and tires and more. Drive a little, save a lot when it comes to customizing your next vehicle. We're at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located off 264 West in Washington, North Carolina, and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, congratulations to Jackie Hutcherson of Winterville, was our winner of a $15 gift card courtesy to Wings Over Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over has you covered with no third party needed. They have their own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. They're open till 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, so they have everything to cure those late-night munchies as well. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. And as we head back into the show clip, I was just looking at Twitter. The St. Louis Cardinals have released their lineup for tonight. Alec Burleson is in the lineup. He'll be playing left field tonight.
All right.
So another shot for Burley to maybe take another shot.
All right. Hit that first Major League home run. Burley was a part of history last night, starting in the game with Adam Wainwright and Yadi Molina. They set the record for the most games started by a battery.
Yes.
A pitcher-catcher duo. And Burley was in the lineup, got a hit, and back in the lineup tonight. So that's good news. Speaking of Wings Over Greenville, they have an NIL deal with the ECU offensive line. So that's a nice marriage, Tony. You missed out by a few years on the NIL, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They had to pay you under the table, right?
Nah, I wish I did. I wish they did.
Yeah, right. But no, that's a cool thing they got going. And also another thing ECU's got going is their passing game. How about these receivers, Tony? So C.J. Johnson, Isaiah Winstead, week 1 had 6 catches apiece. Last week, Jalen Johnson had 9 catches. The tight ends, 2 tight ends have found the end zone already this year. I think they've done a great job of spreading it around so far.
Distribution.
Love Winstead, man.
Yeah.
That kid's a baller, man. Yep. he is definitely a baller.
You can tell.
He got some good tight ends, too. So, I think, Holton has a bunch of receivers that he can go to, which is good. But, again, it all starts with the running game. As long as we got a good running game, it just opens up stuff for Holton to throw downfield.
Let's hear Donnie Kirkpatrick's take on Jalen Johnson, a 9-catch performance, the former Georgia Bulldog, on Saturday. And here's what Donnie had to say. Cut one.
Jalen was the first that one we got, and that's who we were most excited about. Aaron Auer is ex-Georgia, student coach, and he knew him well. Todd Munkin's a very close friend of mine's OC at Georgia. We work together, talk all the time, and I'd gotten a lot of information from him. And, it was a hard place for him to be the guy at Georgia. And so he was looking just, for that opportunity, which is what all the kids are looking for right now. So, we thought he was going to be fantastic. He came in, pulled a hamstring, I guess, third day of spring ball. And up until that point, though, he was really showing some signs of being pretty good. But, 3 days, you don't have time to really see a lot. So we were excited. He was a little bit banged up during camp and the whole bit, so I guess maybe everybody wasn't talking about him quite as much. I think he kind of liked it that way, just kind of let me lay low, come under the radar, as you say. But we sure had confidence in him the whole time. I know they dropped a couple balls. We talked about that last week. But, that happens. You don't want it to happen, but it happens. But no, he's pretty good. Yeah, we're excited about him.
All right, that is Donnie Kirkpatrick on Jalen Johnson. Tony, something else you were probably excited about on Saturday was the run game getting going. Didn't happen week 1 against NC State. But that dynamic duo right now, Keaton Mitchell, 196 yards on the year. That 81-yarder he had helped out on Saturday with that. Rajay, 84 yards. They both have 2 rushing touchdowns, and Rajay caught a touchdown as well. So these backs are special. It's great to have them here, and I think they're primed for big years, Tony.
Keaton, like I've always said, that kid has to get the ball at least 15 touches a game, So you put the ball in his hands, anything can happen.
All right, well, here's what we got so far, Tony. 28 carries and 3 catches for Keaton Mitchell. That's 31. That's about 15 a game.
He needs more catches, though.
Yeah, they need 0 catches week 2.
Yeah, they need to give him more screen passes to him. Just give him the ball.
I like the idea of a screen to Keaton. Let's see that next this week. Cut 3, Shirley. Donnie talked about Rajay and Keaton, not just on the field, but how they've been mentoring younger backs and in the locker room.
Well, they're the best. Truthfully, I mean, like I said, I've been in it. This is 40 years now. Okay, and that's amazing because I'm not that old, really. I'm only about 48, right? So I got an early start, but they have been the best about just being team players, being best friends, supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? Loving the 1-2 punch, not wanting to be like, hey, this has got to be about me. I got to be the guy. So they've been the easy part. We've talked a lot in camp because all of a sudden we started getting some go-to guys. Isaiah, CJ coming back, okay, Jalen there, okay. Josiah didn't get to play the first 2 weeks, but he was in that mixture too. And then there were some other guys like Tajee Hudson and Macy O'Donnell who thought, hey, I'm going to come in and be a go-to guy. And it's kind of like a basketball coach. We got to say, there's only one ball. You're going to have to. Everybody's got to do their job. You got to set some picks. You got to rebound. You got to get some assists. Eventually, they'll fluff off and you'll get your shot. Now, make your shot, and you'll keep getting it. And all the kids have done that pretty well, but those two especially because obviously everybody builds it up. They're going to have 2,000 yards. They're going to be all that, and they're going to be the next Chris Johnson and all that. And it doesn't always come just like you want it to. You know what I'm saying? If our plans worked out like we wanted them to, we'd all be in different places or have different lives, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not Igo. He lives a dream life, but the rest of us maybe would. But they've been awesome. Yeah, they really have.
Donnie answering questions also does free stand-up for everybody, Tony, every week.
Funniest coach in college football.
He's the man. How about this? We saw it, and Tony, they keep up with crazy stats now, but Keaton Mitchell was going over 22 miles per hour at his top speed on Saturday. As I said,
would they have a radar on him when he's running?
They got a police. I said if he was running through a school zone, they'd have had to pull him over.
And that was the fastest. I mean, that's faster than any NFL player last year.
So week 1 of the NFL, how about the second fastest time for week 1 was Zay Jones. 20+ miles per hour.
Zay Jones?
Yeah.
RJ Jones?
RJ Jones.
Okay.
Shirley, our guy Jalen Waddle was number 1 on that list. Tyreek Hill was on that list. Guess who else was, Tony? 33-year-old Julio Jones, third fastest.
Wow.
As he was 20+ miles per hour. And he looked like, for a second, old Julio catching passes from Tom Brady. How about Tom Brady gets to throw to Julio Jones now?
60 years old and still doing it.
What a life. What a life he lives. All right, so let's hear more from Donnie Kirkpatrick. Tony mentioned the tight ends a moment ago. How about Ryan Jones and Shane Calhoun? I think Glenn asked him if he feels like those guys are kind of flying under the radar right now with all the weapons ECU has. Cut 4.
Again, not to us, because I see a lot of the big plays they're making. You know, they're catching some touchdowns, and you know what I'm saying? A touchdown catch is worth about 7 other catches, I would say, at least in a ratio, you know, that way, and they've done a nice job with that. Tight ends have a lot of different things they do, and that's the beauty of that position, is that they play like true tight ends, which is sometimes like an offensive lineman in blocking, okay? Pass protection, run protection. They also play like wide receivers. They flank out. They run routes from in tight. They actually line up in the backfield for us. You know, Ryan's run the jet sweep and stuff like a running back and things like that. So they have big assignments. They enjoy that part of the game, okay, you know, because I think they're kind of proud of themselves because they are so versatile. And I think teams are, you know, aware of them, though. I think in the scouting report, they're probably in there. You know, when they see them get the ball, they see Ryan Jones get the ball, and he turns it up, you know, like on that bootleg in the second half. You know, I think that gets their attention a lot. But we've got a lot of different weapons. I hope that makes us tougher to defend because we can spread it out. If you take somebody away, somebody else is ready to get the ball.
Hope to see a lot of the tight ends on Saturday for a half. Or 3 quarters, right, Tony? This is a game where you want to see some backups in.
Yeah, we want to see all the third and fourth string players this weekend.
And how about Marlon Gunn?
I want to see more.
Did you see Marlon Gunn at the end of the game? 43-yard run for East Carolina.
That's the freshman, right?
Yes,
yeah,
sir. The
yeah.
future.
Yeah.
And they're stocking some talent back there, man. And hopefully we can see more Marlon Gunn coming up on Saturday. Let's get another break in. We'll come back. I want to get some picks from Tony Collins, not only his score for ECU Campbell, but we'll talk Week 2 NFL. Great game tonight on hopefully you got Prime Video. If you don't, you can hear it right here on Pirate Radio, Chargers Chiefs. We'll run through some of the games and see what Tony has to say when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey, Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a pizza oven. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
If you have family coming over this summer, the last thing you need is sweaty relatives. Guarantee your air conditioning system is ready to keep everybody cool. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Touchdown, Tony Collins joining us today. Great to have him back in studio. First time since the surgery. So he's on the shelf. When can you pick up a golf club again, Tony?
Probably not until December, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, you can watch football and you can go to football games.
It's good that it's football season right now, so I'm occupied on the weekends.
You going Saturday?
Yeah, we'll be there Saturday for the first time this year. So I'm
Clip and I will be
that.
too.
Looking forward to
We'll
that.
be in the stands. Tony will be at the tailgate having a good time.
You guys not going to the tailgate?
Well, Tony, just as we have
our own tailgate. You got to be working, huh?
Yeah. We're still doing it again this year, unfortunately. But yeah, see if you can talk Troy to let me out
all
there.
the fun at the tailgate.
I know, man. I know. Look, you have fun for us, Tony.
I will do that.
You crazy kids out there. Tony, you want to give us a score? I mean, you think it should be ECU big, but how big?
Elon, let me tell you.
This is your kind of game right here.
Elon game.
If we ever play Elon, we gotta have Tony flip a coin or something.
I know, right? But I don't know what Campbell has, but seriously, come on, the Campbells. Are you serious right now?
You know who their coach is?
Mr. Campbell?
Earl Campbell. No. Do you remember Mike Minner, who played for
Football
the Panthers?
player, yeah.
Safety. He's their coach.
Yeah. They're still going to lose, though. But, yeah, I mean, it should be 53-10.
Okay.
Seriously.
You're giving them 10.
I'm giving them 10 points because, we're going to have the third and fourth string again in the fourth quarter. They might score against them.
Is there a line out yet, or will there be on game day?
Well, like I said, it was 30. Like, I'd projected 30, and he said that's actually the line. So ECU by 30. So Pirates have been good against the spread. We'll see. Let's talk NFL, Tony. I mean, seriously, are you concerned? You got to be concerned about the Patriots.
Very much.
Yeah,
very much. I don't know what Belichick's. I don't know what they're thinking. Again, no receivers come in. I love Mac Jones. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. But you're going to be a great quarterback, but if you don't have nobody to throw the ball to, it's just going to be tough. So it's going to be tough. But they play the Steelers this week. The Steelers got a good team. I think we can go in there and run the ball, control the ball. Watts is going to be out, so that's going to help Matt Jones a little bit. So I'm going to take I'm going to take the Patriots this week, but it's not too many teams we're going to beat this year.
Yeah,
put it to you that way.
Could be a long year.
Yeah.
Tony's taking the Patriots. Doesn't feel great about it. CJ, are you taking the Steelers? If so, I know you don't feel great about it. You don't really like your team either. What's the Steelers' temperature?
CJ's a Steeler fan.
He's a Steeler guy. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's pretty.
You're 1-0, man.
So are you guys? Are you feeling pretty lukewarm or what?
Yeah, I don't feel great. It's not a great 1-0.
All right then.
How if the Steelers win? How will it happen? Mitchell Trubisky discovers how to play quarterback.
Somebody has to score. If somebody scores 20 points, they're winning.
Yeah, first to 20. So the total is 40.5. Wow, that is a low total.
I didn't know
very low total.
Yeah.
Steelers, they won last week scoring on defense. That helped them. So
right.
I don't know.
They should have lost last week.
About 7 times.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the problem. I mean,
Patriots are road favorites. So what do you think, CJ? What happens on Sunday?
Somebody's winning by like 3 to 6
somebody.
points. Yeah, that's it. Somebody's winning. We're not tying. Somebody's winning by 3 to 6 points. It's going to be close, but it's going to be really ugly.
That reminds me of your state prediction, Tony, where you said something about
field goal.
Somebody kicking them.
There's going to be somebody kicking the field goal.
Well,
we kicked the field goal, but we missed it.
You were right, I guess, in some way.
I would say.
Oh man, let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
let's talk about another crappy team. Chandler, Panthers at Giants.
Oh man,
bounce back for Carolina.
Man, I want to.
They did bounce back. Awful first half.
Second half offense was
good in the second half.
I mean, it was night and day when it comes to the offense in the first and second half. I was so disgusted with that offense in the first half. Really thought we were going to come out and establish the run with our number one guy, one of the best, if not the best player in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey. He hardly even touched the ball all day. I mean, Nick Chubb is Nick Chubb, but the way he was running and gashing all over.
Oh, that's not
our defense, and so was Kareem Hunt.
Because you know you subbed this week?
That's what I was getting to. So Saquon Barkley looked like he's back to his old self. He's been banged up for the past year or two, but, man, he looked so good last week in Tennessee. I don't know. I think
they're going to lose.
They're going to lose. And I tell you what, Panthers went to New York last year, and that was the downfall of their season. They lost like 28-5 in that game. Only had a field goal and a safety. And so back-to-back years, you got to go to New York. I think they're just going to pound Saquon Barkley down our throat, and it's going to be Giants.
Should have about 200 yards this week.
Well, here's what I want to see. I want to see, and this is what these teams should do. Get it out of Daniel Jones's hands. Give it to Barkley. And for the Panthers, give it to McCaffrey 35 times.
Give it to
Let's see two of the best players play.
Go at it.
Yeah,
yes. McCaffrey versus Barkley. Let's see it.
So Tony's taking the G-men here. Good one here, Tony. 1 o'clock Fox. Bucks at Saints. Tom Brady and the beat the Cowboys. They didn't look fantastic. Their defense did. Saints coming back to beat the Falcons. No lead is safe when you're the Atlanta Falcons. They're disgusting. But how about Bucks at Saints? No. Saints have beaten Brady a bunch since he's been in Tampa.
Won't beat him this week though, man.
Okay.
I just can't see. I can't see that happening. You know, they struggle with Atlanta.
They did. They about lost.
And who's the quarterback for Atlanta?
Marcus Mariota.
And is he better than Brady?
I'm gonna say no.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
And Tampa Bay's got a good defense too.
Fournette looked good last week.
Yeah, he did. Tony, were you impressed with the Dolphins, or was it more about the Patriots? How about Dolphins at Ravens?
I was impressed with their defense, how they played, but, that's not much going against the Patriots. So, but I think the Ravens have a great defense, and they got Lamar Jackson, so I got to go with the Ravens this week.
Have you seen the Dolphins' new coach? He's a pretty
young guy.
Looks like a school teacher.
Yes.
It's like he won he was the teacher of the year in his county, and they gave him let him be the Dolphins coach. Let's see other games of interest. Titans at Bills Monday night is good, as is this one too. There's two Monday night games.
You think the Titans and Bills game will be a good game?
I think at Buffalo -10, that's a little too.
Are you going by the spread?
I think the Titans will hang in there.
They don't have a passing attack. If they shut down
Derrick
Henry,
yeah, you got a point there.
It's going to be over.
The Bills can't be that great. Or maybe they can.
I don't know. They look really good on Thursday.
I'm going to tell you, I watched the preseason game, but I think maybe their last preseason game, they look good.
Yeah.
and against the Rams, they look really good.
They look real good. And they turned the ball over 4 times and still beat them down.
Can you imagine if they didn't turn the ball over, what the score would be?
Yeah.
And by the way, Von Miller could still ball.
Yeah,
he can still get to the quarterback.
Yeah,
he had two sacks last week.
And I like this one Monday night as well. Vikings at Eagles. Vikings put the beat down on the Packers. Eagles rolled up 38, still almost lost to the Lions, 38-35. How about this one, Tony? Two teams looking to maybe win their divisions this year.
I think it'd be a lot of scoring in this game, but I just think Minnesota has too many weapons on offense.
And if they leave Justin Jefferson wide open, then there's going to be problems. Let's take our final break, Shirley. We'll come back, and we will wrap up this edition of Pirate Radio Live. More to go after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Pirate fans, don't miss out on another exciting Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium as East Carolina plays host to the Fighting Camels of Campbell. It will be the first time these two programs have met on the gridiron since 1939. That's 83 years. Tickets in the lower bowl are on sale for as low as $30. Don't wait because tickets are going fast. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com. It's the Fighting Camels and the Pirates at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Tony Collins, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yes, sir.
And we will hopefully talk to you next week.
I guarantee that we will win by at least 30.
Whoa.
On Saturday, at least 30. When I say 30 because, you know, the fourth and fifth string will come in the game. So 30, we'll win by at least 30.
Take the Pirates minus the points, says Tony Collins. Also, you can check him out Saturday at the Pirate Radio Tailgate Zone.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Tony, enjoyed it, man?
Yes, sir.
Champ, man, we
see you Saturday.
See you Saturday. Shirley and CJ will see you Friday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be picking NFL Week 2 tomorrow with Tony Dunn and a lot more. We'll talk to you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio.